The bounce house, and it's easy to see why they call it that. Home of the Knights of UCF. What do you think about that? And this crowd is ready for a big one. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Knights will kick it away first. Coming out with it, it's Jones. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Gators offense takes the field for the first time today. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones.
Oh, he dropped it! Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Gators have their offense in high gear. Looking to pass. It's Cobb. Throws toward the end zone. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
He's got his man, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people?
Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Florida.
And I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. There was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0.
Florida 7, UCF 0.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Knights offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. One thing to watch, can this guy get in the quarterback's head and make him take a peek at the rush, David?
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to do. You want to make this guy a little bit more human and not as much of a game breaker at the quarterback spot. Get some pressure on him, hit him a few times.
He's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he can't hurt you if he's laying on his back, and this defensive end can put him there often.
Handoff from the gun. Finds a little bit of space. He'll get 3 out to the 15. The Knights in the hurry up. Williams will pass. They're working that left side. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game, and there's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
On the move, it's Shaw. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
They're bringing heat. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss.
College football, man, there's so much speed on the field now. Your safeties are smaller, they're quicker, they're faster, they're more versatile than ever. They can rush the passer. You can send them at any time.
He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Williams looking for a man. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Knights are in the hurry-up.
Third down, the focus of the defense has to shift. It has to change. We have to understand now exactly where the sticks are. We can't give up those plays for them to get beyond the sticks and get those first downs.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The give to the back. Quick step and go. They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely.
Oh, look out. There he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Give to the running back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Motion from the offense. Just going to keep it after the snap. Inside the 25. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Dude, when you got a guy like this that can just hit the gas and go pick up 15-plus yards, what a luxury. How nice is it to have a quarterback like that when I'm a tailback, when I can send the tailback one direction, quarterback the other direction. This guy's just got so much speed.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
A 3rd and long coming up here. To the air, it's Cobb. Trying to get, and that ball's free behind the line. The defense all over that loose ball, and now they're bringing it back. Running wide open down the gut of the field. After making the interception, ran that thing back to the 18-yard line.
It is so awesome, Palmer, to see the best athletes on the field with the ball in their hands. The defensive lineman, baby, scooping up the fumble, trying to get it to the house. He might have ran out of gas a little bit of steam loss, and he gets caught. But what a play by the big D line.
Look at the big fella rumbling and stumbling and bumbling down the field. I'll tell you what, it wouldn't shock me if that guy at some point played running back earlier in his life, maybe when he was 8 years old. But hey, give the guy credit. He completely flips the field. Not only recovers the fumble, but now sets his offense up in great field position.
The Knights headed quickly to the line. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. It is good. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play.
I didn't tell you what. What?
Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field.
Say what?
The Knights will try to punch it in on
Get an ice
first and
cream.
goal.
Yes.
I want to get some ice cream.
They'll run it to the right side.
It's Kaden.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Defense
I'll take the
rose
ice
up
cream.
deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Williams will pass.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting the field.
It's good. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
And it's just simple. Simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Getting some heat. Slips a tackle. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Coming after him. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The Gators decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the returner is stopped. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink, and it gets a little bit more difficult.
And off from the shotgun. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. The Knights want to pick up the tempo. Williams looking for a man. Fires to the tight end. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on first down. Finds his big tight end. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the play.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headache.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to go up top on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quarterback will audible. Looking to throw, it's Cobb. Feeling some heat. Hit as he throws. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Lofts one high and deep. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Orlando. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys just down the road from our EA Sports Studios at the Bounce House.
All right, Kevin about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Gators will line up to kick off and start the second half. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They go to work in the third quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah, and you have the lead, you're positive, but the offensive line coach is definitely going to be upset. And the offensive coordinator, listen, I don't want my guy getting touched. He's being productive, but give him some more time here in the second half.
I think you can do that, too, offensively, by maybe leaving your tight end in to help block, maybe chipping with running backs to help these tackles out on the edge, because you're right, that pocket has been shaky, and if it continues to be that way in the second half, this could be a much different-looking football game.
Leaves it with the running back.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Running through contact.
Where you going, Taylor?
Down, but not before they pick
Where you going?
up a big first down. The Knights will hustle to the line. And that pass picked off. He'll try to take it back. The 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown Gators. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
14. UCF 9.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. That last big play, one that can really jumpstart a drive. It's 1st and 10 from the 47. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Williams will pass. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Got some room to run. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Florida! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Grange has some work to do before this is over. They're up by 7 over Penn State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. On 1st down, here comes this offense. From the gun, the ground game. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. The Knights moving quickly to the line. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Working that left side now. Tackled, but he has a 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Out of the gun to give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Up-tempo for the offense. The corners are walked up tight. Williams looking for a man. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. And can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The Knights will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Line gets set, first down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this.
He's loose. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
From the gun, running back on the move.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They're setting up the screen. Bust through behind his pad. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Gators are marching down the field. Quick pass on the fly motion. Smashes through. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And he's going to try to return this one. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll go right back to the run. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Knights come to the line in the hurry-up. Williams will pass. Finds the tight end. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down. It'll bring up a big decision. They bring the punter onto the field now. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Running it back, it's Shaw. He's got great speed. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Looking for a production play on first down. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds. You can live the play another day here on this drive.
Looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Burns. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a first down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series, but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
To the air, it's Cobb. They're trying to get to it. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game.
He'll take a shot. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9.
What's wrong with the finger?
Reading the option, it's Cobb. And he's hit and taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a skin.
How about the defensive end
It's a skin.
football, understanding that I got to keep outside contain. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field and get him to the ground.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Complete out of the backfield. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Okay.
Williams looking for a man. He's got his man. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
He's back to throw on second down. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
The Knights will try to pin them back with the punt.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Line gets set, first down. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. They'll try the right side. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down.
Bro, get that out your mouth.
Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Trying to turn the corner on the right. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on second in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. The Gators are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Now on 2nd and goal. They move the tight end all over. Got it back on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Florida! And the route is on. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
UCF has it once
Hey, grab some
again.
blinds. Leave them blinds alone.
This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters.
Hey, leave the blinds alone.
Something positive here
Stop.
that you can build on for the week.
I don't care. What did I tell you? Okay.
Got some of the work done.
Leave him alone.
Now let's see what they have on second down. Williams will pass. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
He makes a catch. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Yeah.